Have you ever wondered how a small island nation like Cyprus can become a focal point of international affairs? This Mediterranean gem, steeped in rich history and located at the crossroads of three continents, has always been more than just a holiday destination. In the heart of the Eastern Mediterranean, Cyprus's strategic location has made it a key player in the region's geopolitics. Its proximity to the Middle East, Europe, and Africa has seen it become a confluence of cultures, with a unique mix of Greek and Turkish influences that have shaped its identity. But beneath the sun-kissed beaches and ancient ruins, Cyprus is grappling with a myriad of challenges that have thrust it into the global spotlight. Among these, the refugee issue stands as a stark reminder of the human toll of regional conflicts. As a gateway to the European Union, Cyprus has seen a surge in asylum seekers, mainly from the Middle East and Africa, seeking refuge from turmoil in their homelands. This influx, though, has put a strain on the island's resources and infrastructure, sparking heated debates on immigration policy and human rights. On another front, the ongoing Russian-Ukrainian conflict has had ripple effects on Cyprus. The island nation's close ties with Russia, particularly in finance and real estate, have been tested as tensions escalate thousands of kilometers away. The geopolitical chess game unfolding in Eastern Europe is reshaping alliances and creating new fault lines in places as far removed as Cyprus. And then there's inflation, a global phenomenon, yes, but one that has hit Cyprus hard. Rising costs of goods and services have put pressure on households and businesses alike, fueling concerns about economic stability amid the uncertainty of these tumultuous times. And so, as we delve deeper into the Cyprus situation, we unravel a complex web of interconnected stories. And it's these stories that compel us to look beyond the surface, to understand the intricate dynamics at play in this small but significant island nation. Imagine fleeing conflict and persecution, only to find yourself stranded in a foreign land. This is the reality for many refugees in Cyprus. Refugees from countries like Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan have been seeking refuge in Cyprus, a small island nation in the Mediterranean. The reasons for their arrival are as diverse as the refugees themselves. Some are fleeing conflict and violence, others the debilitating grip of poverty. Yet they all share a common hope, a chance at a peaceful life. However, their journey doesn't end upon reaching the island. It merely takes on a new form, a form filled with challenges and hurdles, most notably the issue of integration. The cultural, linguistic, and sometimes religious differences have made the process of assimilation into Cypriot society a steep climb. Moreover, the island's reception centers are often overcrowded, leading to inadequate living conditions that only exacerbate the trauma these individuals have already experienced. The lack of employment opportunities, coupled with the struggle to access basic services like healthcare and education, further compounds their plight. The Cypriot government has been grappling with the rising influx of refugees. While they've made efforts to provide asylum and aid, the scale of the situation has strained resources, leading to delays in the processing of asylum applications. This, in turn, has left many refugees in a state of limbo, uncertain about their future. The international community, too, has not remained silent. Organizations like the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees have been working tirelessly to provide assistance and advocate for the rights of these refugees. Yet the road ahead remains long and fraught with challenges. But let's not forget that behind these facts and figures are real people with real stories. Stories of mothers and fathers trying to provide a safe future for their children, of youngsters dreaming of returning to school, of elderly longing for a peaceful twilight. Their strength and resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. The refugee crisis in Cyprus is not just about numbers and statistics, it's about human lives and their struggle for survival. The drums of war in distant lands can echo in the most unexpected places. The Russian-Ukrainian conflict has had its ripple effects in Cyprus. The island nation, known for its sun-kissed beaches and ancient ruins, is now grappling with the aftershocks of a conflict that's thousands of miles away. The geopolitical strain has brought about economic and political implications for Cyprus. The Russian-Ukrainian conflict has significantly influenced the Cypriot economy, primarily due to the influx of Russian expatriates. Cyprus, with its attractive tax regime, has long been a favorite destination for Russian businesses and individuals. But the conflict has seen a surge in the number of Russians seeking refuge on the island, contributing to the economic flux. But it's not just the economy that's affected. The political landscape in Cyprus is also feeling the tremors. The growing Russian influence has raised eyebrows in the European Union, of which Cyprus is a member. The island finds itself balancing its economic interests with the Russians and its political obligations to the EU. And then there's the issue of security. With the rising number of Russians in Cyprus, there's a potential for the island to become a pawn in the larger geopolitical chessboard. The idea of Cyprus being used as a platform for Russian interests in the Mediterranean is a growing concern. Cyprus finds itself in the crossfire of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, and the impacts are far-reaching. In an economy when prices rise, it's not just the cost of goods that's affected. In Cyprus, inflation is becoming a growing concern. Inflation, often seen as an economic villain, is currently playing a prominent role in Cyprus's financial narrative. The soaring prices aren't just limited to the supermarket aisles or petrol stations. They're creeping into every corner of the Cypriot economy, squeezing the common people's pockets and testing their resilience. Now you might be wondering, what's causing this inflation? Well, it's a combination of factors. The ripple effects of global events like the ongoing Russian-Ukrainian conflict have led to increased commodity prices. This, in turn, has pushed up the cost of goods and services in Cyprus. But that's not all. The influx of refugees has also put a strain on the country's resources, contributing to the rise in prices. And let's not forget the impact of the pandemic, which has disrupted supply chains and fueled inflation worldwide. These rising costs are not just numbers on a price tag. They affect everyday life in tangible ways. From the price of a loaf of bread to the cost of heating a home, inflation is making life more expensive for the average Cypriot. It's even more challenging for those on fixed incomes or those who are already struggling to make ends meet. So, what's being done about it? The government of Cyprus is certainly not sitting idle. They're making efforts to manage the situation by implementing economic policies aimed at curbing inflation. These include measures to stabilize the economy, regulate prices, and ensure adequate supplies of essential goods. Inflation in Cyprus has become a pressing issue, and its resolution is crucial for the country's economic stability. So, what does all this mean for Cyprus? Let's distill the crux of our discussion. Cyprus is grappling with a multifaceted crisis. The influx of refugees has put immense strain on the nation's resources, creating a humanitarian dilemma that requires urgent attention and resolution. Simultaneously, the Russian-Ukrainian conflict has had a ripple effect on the island. The geopolitical tension has led to economic uncertainty, affecting both domestic stability and international relations. Then there's the issue of inflation. The rising cost of living is hitting hard, squeezing the average Cypriot and exacerbating the existing issues. These three crises are not isolated incidents. They're intertwined, each influencing and intensifying the other, painting a complex picture of the challenges facing Cyprus today. The situation in Cyprus is a testament to our interconnected world, where a ripple in one nation